We had a lovely night in Hostel Around the Bend last night, and I'm just heading up to have some coffee. You could see, and I had a bit of a giggle when we got here, they've got their own tree of shame with old shoes thrown up in there, and I don't think it's about people quitting. They've got an outfitter here, so they just toss the old shoes up in the tree, and it's kind of amusing because it's very similar to Neil's Gap. I think we'll find charge up here on just outside having a coffee. So just there is an outfitters, a really comprehensive outfitters that's got all sorts of camping gear and food resupply and stuff like that. Then there's a range of different accommodations up here. And sure enough, there we can find Charge sitting out on the veranda having his morning coffee.
That's part of the reason why Kiwis was just like an easy kind of
So Alex from Australia, who we're trying to call Skippy, is heading off to Blue Ridge, and we hope we see you again in the future.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I may be drunk on the side of the road.
That's okay. That's all right.
See you, Kiwis.
Bye. And it was just people exchanging numbers, getting to know each other. Part of the trail experience, and certainly the hostel experience, is making friendships. So Brian on the right is from England. Beast on the left is clearly from America. Yeah, that's one of the real upsides to this trail that we call the AT. So fancy with your burrito.
Alright, you want to pay cash or card? Cool. Alright, so it's just 45 even.
I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah.
A quiet day on the vlog so far today. We are, as I've mentioned, at the Around the Bend hostel in Georgia. We've been talking a lot about nutrition and pacing ourselves, and we woke up this morning and changed our plans. We had thought that we'd go for a short walk of about 6 to 8 miles with slack packing. With a slack pack, i.e. just taking a day pack from the hostel and leaving our heavy stuff here. But we decided this morning, just in order to manage Joe's foot, that we would, in fact, zero, which means we're taking the day off. We're using the day to get a whole bunch of admin sorted. So we're going to go to Helen, which is the local town, and go to the supermarket and get a few bits and pieces that we're missing. Some salty snacks would be good. And we are also going to collect up all the food that we've brought with us from New Zealand, which was waiting for us here, that REI had posted forward for us. We are going to put that into a US post box, and we're going to mail it forward to the next place that we think we're going to stay. So it means that when we arrive at our next destination, again, we've got some great food, breakfast, some dinner, and some recovery shake options that we can add to our food box. Food bags. It makes it just so much easier for us to restock, because all we need to add is snacks, and that's easy. But in terms of how we've been eating for the last 4 days, it's been really good, and I think that the strategy to bring food with us has worked really well. So this is the cabin that's going to be our home for the next 3 days, and just 3 nights. Let's have a look at what it looks like inside. Oh, hello Charge.
G'day, Flash.
So, you look very comfortable there.
I am. It's day 5. We were meant to be on the trail, and my foot has flared up. So we're just having a day off. I've got a pain pad that a good friend Shawnee's gave me, and I've got that on my foot. I'm keeping my shoes on. Back in mid-January, I kind of like ripped 2 ligaments on 2 toes. So, should really say, I ripped the ligaments off 2 toes with bone chips, and it kind of like hurts at the moment. But tomorrow's another day, and today I get to lie down like this with my foot up, and I've just had a microwave burrito. It was beautiful, and we're off to go shopping soon. Mapped out the next few days, so we will get back on trail.
And let's just take everyone on a tour of our cabin. And we probably should have done a before shot, because this is very much the after shot. So as you can see, Charge has got his feet up, and there's a whole bunch of other things that are going on. So what happens whenever we come to a town, or wherever there is somewhere that we could be, oh, sorry, excuse my fingers, somewhere that we could be charging our devices. Joe's battery pack is currently charging. We've got a pile of very clean clothes and a rubbish bin full of stuff that we've taken out of our packs. We are currently got exactly the same thing going on over here. I'm charging devices, and you'll also notice that these rooms come with hooks. And what we've got hooked over there are our sleeping quilts. You may have noticed that I talked about how damp everything had got in the last few days, and this is a great opportunity to dry everything out. Down here we have a bag of fantastic food that we have brought from New Zealand with us. Really high protein, high calorie meals, breakfasts, dinners and shakes. And what we're going to do is put those in a cardboard bag this afternoon, cardboard box this afternoon, and ship them. Okay, Charge.
Hey, Flash.
You're looking busy there. What's up?
Well, you know me. I have to do all the work.
Ha 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 ha.
What we've got is 2 mailboxes. So I'm pushing some food up to Franklin. So we've got another 60 miles up the track, 70. And we're going to be staying at Chica and Sunset's hostel, boutique. Quite a funky place. We've seen so much of this place on videos that we're quite excited that we managed to get in. So we'll be there Friday night. So that's 1 box going there. Resupply. And the second box here is...
Oh, let me just dive in and see what we've got.
The ultimate recovery smoothie. These are brilliant after a day hiking.
So we've got smoothies and meals and snacks and stuff. And where's that one going?
We're going to send this through to Fontana Dam, to the resort hotel.
And why are we sending it there?
Because that is at the foothills
Foothills
of the Smokies. So the day after we'll hit the Smoky Mountains, which is going to be exciting. Last time we were through there, I was riding a motorbike.
It is. So, you know, this is a change from last year. Last year we very much had to take what we could get, but this is just enabling us to make sure that we've got some decent food regardless of what time we turn up in various places, and no more Joe resupplying from a petrol station.
No, don't like that.
No. I think they probably will. We're not in Helen, we're in Hiawassee, Georgia. Eating healthy. We're here for a good time and a long time. on Tuesday, and we're slack packing today. We're going to go to Unicoi Gap in the van, and we're going to walk to Dick's Gap, and in fact we can walk straight back to the hostel tonight. So just not sure how many kilometres that is. I'll update you shortly. Well, in fact Charge will, but we just had some breakfast and we're heading back to the hostel to grab a Gatorade and get sorted.
It's very shy.
We'll get to Charge later, but we're just in the shuttle on our way back to Unicoi Gap to do today's slack pack. Good morning, Charge.
Okay, Flash.
I wasn't going to talk until we got up Tray Mountain.
Okay, well we're at the top of Rocky Mountain.
Oh, okay.
So we've just been dropped off at Unicoi Gap. That's where we came off 2 days ago. So we had a 0 day yesterday, and we're slack packing today about 13, maybe 14 miles. Which was, that was a bit of a puff.
Which is perfect. Just vlogging for our mums.
Ah, wonderful. Good morning, mums.
Good morning, Sloth. You're not looking very slothful, I have to say.
Yeah, start out fast, go slow.
Good night at the shelter last night, at the hostel.
At the hostel, yeah, we've got a private little cabin, just the two of us. No facilities, just what they call a dry cabin, but no bugs, no moisture, so that was lovely. So everything's dried out. And so today, slack packing. So in my pack I've got 2 litres of water, the water filter, I've got some snacks, first aid kit and a raincoat because it's going to rain today. And Bridget's just borrowed a day pack from the hostel, and she's got lunch and a few snacks and again raincoat. So nice easy day, taking it easy. I'll nurse my foot. And we've got 3 mountains big mountains to do today. So this is the first one, Rocky Mountain. Then we do Tray Mountain, and then the third mountain, I'll give the name of that later.
There's another mountain.
It's another mountain, and then in between we've got a lot of ups and downs. So a bit of a roller coaster day, but it's going to be nice. We're staying back at the lodge again tonight, the hostel. End of today we come out to the road, and it's only a 0.5 mile walk down to the hostel, and then tomorrow load up our full packs and we head out, and we've got 3 days to get to Franklin, and we're staying at the Chica and Sunset Hostel, which is Friday night, and from there we get a resupply and we will march through to Fontana Dam. But tomorrow's also exciting because we cross the Georgia North Carolina border, which is another state down. But that's going to be tomorrow, so we can't talk about it today. No. Come on, Bridge, let's get up the hill.
Let's get up that hill. I think we're pretty much up Rocky Mountain now, so I can talk without puffing. It wasn't a bad mountain. Made much easier by the fact I'm only carrying snacks, a raincoat and some water on my back. Slack packing is a fantastic option if you can get it. The weather forecast for the next 3 days, well, it's going to improve by Friday. It talks about it being Sunday, but at the moment it's very much fog, showers, and they keep threatening thunderstorms, but we haven't seen any of those yet. You may have noticed on the top of my shoulder I've got my Garmin InReach, and for those of you who aren't familiar with what that is, that's a satellite tracking device which allows us to send tracking information to people so they can see where we are regardless of whether we have iPhone reception or not. And it also means that when we're out of cell phone reception, we can pull up weather forecasts and we can text to contact people if we need to. It also has an SOS button on it, so if there was an emergency we could press it and be put in touch with someone who would help us out. So as Charge says, good day today. Slack packing is fantastic. I love it. And at the moment the temperature's sensational. One thing I will mention, which we didn't show yesterday, is having looked at the contents of my clothing bag, Charge did notice that I'd managed to sneak a couple of items in there that clearly, 3 items, okay, 3, thank you Charge, that weren't necessary. A pair of gloves, a merino t-shirt, and some town shorts, kind of modest ones, because you know I have that whole thing about going out in public in short hiking shorts. Anyway, I have surrendered them to the post office. In fact, I surrendered 2 pairs of shorts because I found myself purchasing another pair of hiking shorts at the hostel that's got pineapples wearing sunglasses on it. I'm not sure what that was about. So I surrendered the excess clothing, and it was £1, 1.5 ounces. So I've just lightened my backpack, and that can only but be a good thing. Well, sometimes people do lovely things to help you out on the trail. It's called trail magic. We don't need it, but some lovely person has left bottles full of water here so that we can fill up if we need to. So thank you whoever did that. We however have full bottles of water on board. We've been up Rocky Mountain and we're on our way up Tray Mountain, and that obviously is the Tray Mountain summit up there. We're at about 1 hour and 53 minutes, so we're going along really nicely. And when we get to the top, the plan is to have a snack and a drink of water and just to keep going again. Or alternatively, we could just smoke a Cuban cigar. It's your last one, isn't it?
It is.
Savour it, man.
I am. So now we're at the top of Rocky Mountain. So there was a false call before down there. We had another 15 minutes of going up. And I managed to charge ahead, so true to form and name. And along comes Flash. Hey Flash. How's it going?
It's a bit rocky. Reminds me of Pennsylvania.
That's why it's called Rocky Mountain. So here we are, top of our second mountain, Tray Mountain. We've done 5 miles, so 8 kilometres, and 2 good climbs, not too bad. So we're moving along really, really well. So it's quite nice. We've got a partial view out there, haven't we, Flash?
We have. It's nice to get out of the clouds. So today's been quite good. Good temperature, not so cloudy, nice climb. Okay, it's just after 1 and we have done 10 miles and just had some lunch. Charger's on fire. Clearly those peanut pretzels have got something in them because he's charging up the trail with me clopping along behind him. We've bumped into a few people on the trail this morning. Not a lot. We've seen Sloth, who's come from the hostel as well and seems to be sort of walking a similar pace to us, and a couple of other couples. But it's a beautiful day out here today. It's sunny, but we're walking under the trees in dappled sunlight, so the temperature's just great. A light breeze, and we're hoping to make it back to the hostel because we walked back to the hostel from Dick's Creek Gap, I think. We walked back and we hope to be back there about 3:34, maybe earlier, and we'll do some laundry, have a shower and have a quiet night ready to head out up the trail tomorrow. I'd have to be really thirsty to walk half a mile to get water and then half a mile back. Happily, our water bottles are still plenty full. Well, that was a surprisingly long and steep climb up Kelly's Knob. It's hard to see the view on the camera. There's a little bit of kind of smoky mountains in front of us, but it's kind of hazy. Yeah, it was a bit more than expected, but after 2 miles of climbing, we've got 4 miles to go until we touch down at the hostel. Joe and I have been walking uphill steadily for a few miles, and it's actually been really tough. And while we've been walking uphill, we haven't been able to see anything. All we've heard is thunder rolling around in the background. So I am blue blazing just really quickly, because it's a short blue blaze, up to a vista, because I'm hoping after all that climbing that I may actually get a view, because after that walk up that hill, I'm going to be honest, I deserve one. Well, that's rather lovely. I can see mountains, I can see a lake. Just zoom in a bit. Oh yeah, it's the first time today really that we've been out of the trees. It's gorgeous, it's been a lovely day, but the thunder is going gangbusters in the background. Dick's Creek Gap, elevation 2,675 feet. Fantastic. We're here, and that's the end of the 18 miles that we're doing today. It was actually a 16 and a bit mile walk today, which had some surprises. There's some quite steep bits in it. But we've got a 0.6 of a mile walk back to the hostel and along the flat. and I'm really looking forward to getting there. Hopefully we aren't going to be walking 0.6 along a steep road. Charge tells me that the instructions are get to Dix Creek Gap, which we have, and turn left. Oh, home sweet home for one more night. Very happy I am to see this place. It's been a good day, but I'm ready to put my feet up and Springer Mountain, 69.6 miles. We've walked 69.6 miles on the Appalachian Trail, plus the approach, so which we aren't allowed to count in the 80 miles. Oh, wow, that's a goodie, but I'm a bit stuffed now.